Thank you so much for coming to our training today. This session is a gentle taster and a tester of what we're going to cover in our workshop next week. But we want to talk to you today, myself, Elaine Walsh-McGrath, LinkedIn expert, and the beautiful Rachel Botfield, podcast manager supreme, all about why you should promote your business with podcasts and LinkedIn. I'm going to hand over to Rachel in just a second, but I want to just talk to you about a few things that I want you to think about. Okay. So strategically, here you are trying to find a way of just getting clients or getting signups or building awareness for your business. Now, I know everyone is shouting at you saying, well, you've got to be on Instagram, or you've got to be on LinkedIn, or you should be on TikTok, blah, blah, blah. Sure, perfect. Yeah, all of the above. Okay. Oh, no, you've got to write a blog. Oh, no, you've got to be on YouTube. Oh, no, you should have a podcast. Oh, no, I know there's a new one because my nieces have it. It's a picture one. I can't even remember, right? But when it comes to business, you've got to think about two things, in my opinion, and to be fair, in most experts' opinions. You need two different types of content. One type is algorithm. I'm sorry to tell you. I know you're like, but the fact of the matter is that the algorithm is your friend. Why? It finds people who are like you, who want your service, and it feeds your content to them. In that way, you have to work with the algorithm a little bit. It's a pain because it's not chronological. It's also a pain because it's not necessarily searchable. So you are a little bit married to the quirks of the likes of Facebook, the quirks of LinkedIn, the quirks of Instagram. And when it comes to Instagram and Facebook, also the potential of distraction when people just go off to see what their cousin has just posted in the family Facebook group, right? So there is all of that. So think about it. Okay, right. I probably need some kind of algorithmic content platform. Sure. But then how are you going to get searched? How do people properly who love you get to know you? I am completely obsessed with podcasts. Completely. I have listened to somebody like the radio, but listened to a podcast and felt inspired, informed. And I listen to their ads, them selling whatever they're selling. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is amazing because I feel like they're speaking to me. Similar to a blog, which helps people find you, and YouTube, absolutely searchable. So they are the things that you need to think about. You need one of those two. No, one of each, in other words. Right? Okay. And then how do you choose? Well, I just want you to, and I'm going to bring Rachel in now shortly, because what I want you to think about is, what do you love? Like, are you like someone who is like a vocal communicator, or do you love to write? Are you more creative? What do you enjoy? Do you find it easy to communicate like a breakdown of information? So therefore maybe YouTube. But if you do really enjoy copy or messaging or using your voice to explain things, telling a story, building a relationship with people, then it could very much be that podcasts are for you. Now, I met this fabulous woman because as I have self-confessed, a podcast obsession.
You're in safe hands. I've got a podcast obsession as well, obviously.
Exactly right. And I am dying for eventually Rachel to manage my podcast, and I eventually get my what together.
Worth it.
So yeah, I have met the fabulous Rachel in our mutual Women in Business network, and we've done a one-to-one. We've chatted. I so admire her and her expertise, and I just said to her, "Oh, Rachel, listen." We know I'm eventually going to launch a podcast, but in the meantime, I just feel that a lot of people don't understand how LinkedIn and podcasts are a marriage made in heaven when it comes to promoting your business. And that's why I was like, please come and do a collaboration, a paid workshop with me. And we're finally getting together on the 17th of September to do exactly this, but also it's also going to be available as an ongoing self-paced mini training. So what I really want to just explain, Rachel, is tell me like what, like I know what I'm going to cover in LinkedIn, but tell me like what are we going to cover off? What are people going to walk away with from our fab collab together?
Thanks so much, Elaine, for that wonderful introduction and your kind words. I'm really excited for everyone to come and join this paid workshop with us. Um, the first things we're going to be looking at is the benefits of podcasting for your business. And there are so many benefits that podcasting can bring. So we're going to take a look at those so you can really see how you can make podcasting work. Then we're going to look at, this is the doing part of the workshop. We're going to look at the top 3 things that you really need to think about before you're going to be hitting record on your idea. So who is it for? What is it about? And then look a little bit more about the frequency and style of the podcast so that you can I think one of the most greatest things about podcasts about they can be so accessible to you. You can have them in seasons, you can do micro episodes, you can do guest episodes. There's so many different ways in which you can do your podcast that reflects you, your business, and let's face it, make it easier for you to do it. Because if you're not going to make it fit into your business, you're never going to end up carrying on with the podcast, or the idea will never come to life because it's just going to be too difficult. So we're going to look at all those factors there. So, and then we're going to work through those ideas. I've got a worksheet for you to work with, and you will have me and Elaine there helping you, cheering you on, getting your podcast ideas, and I can give you some helpful tips and advice along the way. So that's the workshopping. We'll workshop those ideas. And then it'll be back over to Elaine.
I'm going to share the top 3 things that you can do once you have your podcast to use LinkedIn to promote it. And how you can, when you say that you have a podcast, really leverage it in your content, but just also as using it to position yourself as a thought leader, because that can really impact future clients and future speaking opportunities, and bring different opportunities towards you that will really build your visibility. And so you may not think of a podcast necessarily as the gateway to visibility, but in actual fact, it really can be, because, you know, once you've got access to an audience and once you are positioning yourself as an expert on a topic and you're on LinkedIn, which is indeed very much a platform for highlighting thinking, thought leadership, and expertise, then it honestly, they are a marriage made in heaven.
Absolutely. LinkedIn is my main platform. I don't do LinkedIn, Instagram or Facebook anymore. I solely focus on LinkedIn. And there are so many different types of ways that you can promote them, the different types of posts that you can do. And for me, and this is going to be the case for a lot of you, this is where all your lovely ideal clients are living and breathing and being social, and you can use it to really focus in on your ideal client and really build that reach and that visibility. And podcasting, like you mentioned earlier, about being, finding them inspiring and educating, you feel like you really get to know the person. And I feel the same way with the podcast that I listen to as well. And imagine bringing that into your business, being that person that your client is listening to, or your potential client is listening to, thinking, oh, this person they get me, they have just said the thing that I'm waiting to hear. That could be you for your business.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, you've just got to come.
Yeah. End of
I
story.
mean,
Just join.
I'm signing up for it,
Yeah.
and and I'm running it. So look, hopefully that has given you somewhat of an insight into why you should use podcasting and LinkedIn to promote your business. I know if you're here with me, you're convinced on LinkedIn anyway, because that's my jam. But I really do think that if you are a coach, if you have any kind of online course, if you have a story to tell that is central to the success of your business, then you really do need to consider podcasting, and you should at the very least really look into it. So I encourage you to come along. Or sign up if you can't make the 17th of September at 12 midday Irish and UK time, then you can still buy the course and watch it, and get the worksheet and replay it, and get what you need out of the course. Okay,
Mhm.
so
And I'd be happy to answer any questions anyone has if that's what you're doing in the replay. I'm always happy to chat podcasts, so you can always pop me an email as well. I'm happy to do that if people are watching the replay.
brilliant. Honestly, you're such a legend. Yay! Okay, well, look, we will see you on Tuesday, the 17th of September at midday. Okay, so thanks so much to Rachel for collaborating with me. And yeah, I'm really jazzed about the session. I can't wait. And hopefully, we will see you then. Bye.
Bye.